I've got life's tough questions for you.
Hey listeners, I'm the Stray Guy, and this is Life's Tough Questions, the show where we test brains versus brawn. Our first question comes from our Reddit page, from Smack My Cake Up, which asks, would you rather only be able to eat pizza with pineapple on, or never eat pizza again? And I think I'm with Reese here when he says, I love pineapple. I would honestly add pineapple to anything, and I think it would be an improvement. Honestly, I think it'd be an improvement no matter what you added pineapple to. And it would seem that the majority of people here would also put pineapple on things too. Although there is a few against it. So it isn't just one-sided, I guess. To be honest, it always fascinated me to hear, like when I heard people going, oh, pineapple on pizza is a sin, it's horrible, oh, what's wrong with you? Because I mean, growing up, it was essentially like 4 pizzas at the takeaway, whether it's like Domino's or Pizza Hut, even your major franchises and that, they essentially had 4 pizzas. It was like cheese, pepperoni, meat lovers, and Hawaiian. That was pretty much your staple 4. Unless you also include maybe 5, Supreme as well. And like, you know, the Hawaiian one was just ham and pineapple. It was a ham and pineapple pizza. So it just seemed like a staple norm for me for pizza, well, at least pizza in Australia, to have pineapple on it. And after traveling to Korea, I found out that it was really popular over there to put sweet potato on pizza, especially like kind of mash sweet potato or puree sweet potato, even in the bases. And more recently, when I went to live in China, they had this ghastly tasting durian pizza. Don't even get me started on how, durian. But I mean, honestly, it's just made me realize I don't know what the norm is at all. Like, I mean, pineapple's a fruit, durian's a fruit. I hate durian. Can't understand why they'd put it on a pizza. Love pineapple. Completely understand why they put it on a pizza. So, I don't know though. I guess it does come to personal taste, but I think texture-wise, it works to have soft things on a pizza. At the end of the day, all I know is I like pineapple. So, give me the pineapple on my pizza any day. How about you guys? Do you have a strange pizza topping in your city? Let us know below. Alright, now comes a classic blast from the past, which was posted by Ty, which asks, which is more important, brains or muscles? Now this to me comes as a classic in a sense too. It was inspired by this clip that a group of us saw a long time ago. As there was like this child asking people, especially at a gym, what was heavier, a pound of muscles or a pound of brains? And all of these tanks at the gym were like, muscle, no brains, muscle. And it was just, I guess, funny to see that kind of clip play and this question that's come from it. Now, anyway, that being said, obviously, the pound of brains, a pound of muscle, that's irrelevant. That's based on a question of weight. This is based on a question of what's more important. And although I think brains are more important, and I think 90% of people actually picked brains here too, one thing that stood out for me, you see, I mean, I consider myself to have brains. I usually score pretty above average in national IQ tests, and I usually think outside the box. I'm good at complex things and escape rooms and just looking at things from different angles. Well, it's perhaps what got me thinking, I guess, that in this day and age, technology is moving at a rapid pace, and that kind of competitiveness for jobs or well-paying positions requires more and more work and more and more knowledge. However, some of our greatest paid people in the world are our athletes. And more accurately, there is massively high paid lumps of muscle in sports like gridiron or rugby that they clearly don't have too much going on in the brains department. Like the concept that I could have brains and work really hard, big questions and compete at a high level of scrutiny in my position, like in a constantly changing market and world, versus I kick a ball and tackle the guy and get paid crazy money. Like, that's extremely attractive. It's a very attractive offer there. I think geniusness is just like, it's great. It's great and all. Being smart, being genius is great. But we will always need barbaric entertainment. And there's great money to be made in it. Sure, there's the danger of injury, but hey, when we're literally choosing muscle over brains, I think I've already accepted the loss and the damage is already done. So how about you guys? Brains or muscle? Let us know below. Okay, so our next question isn't specifically a right or wrong, like pick A or pick B forced hand, but it asks us, if you got to pick one grocery item that magically never ran out and never expired, what would it be? And the rules state that it must be for self-consumption. Like cooking for guests is excluded, but namely, like, you can't just give this stuff away. You can't sell it. You can't be like, oh yeah, just saffron, and have a saffron farm and then sell it at however many thousands and thousands of dollars it's worth. Gee, look it up. Seriously, look up saffron and look how much money that stuff's worth. Anyway, point is, it's for self-consumption. You're going to eat it. Can't sell it. And it has to be a regular grocery store food item as well. Now, most answers here, really interesting, are very sensible. It was actually quite a shock. I mean, when people are answering things like rice or chicken for their versatility, or things like spinach and mangoes due to their short shelf life, like, it's really interesting to see that people go down that line. I mean, possibly one of the biggest eye-openers was the answer by Reddit user AbsoluteLad_Jr, who said, water, and never pay a water bill again. This was not only a great idea to save on like everyday bills and that, but it really got me thinking about when I lived abroad, and that clean drinking water was not readily available from the tap like it is here in Australia. Something that we definitely take for granted daily. It was actually a really surreal moment of realization that while some of us might be thinking like, yes, unlimited free chocolate, others are dreaming of fresh, clean water. Special shout out here for all those dealing with something like this daily. And, it's something to remember when we answer these questions, that everyone has different circumstances, and sometimes their answers can reflect their life struggles. Man, I love hypotheticals and philosophy. Anyway, as for myself, in this situation, I would love to have fresh milk. I mean, I have days where I might have 2 litres of milk, and then days where I don't have any milk at all. So often I end up purchasing it, usually by 2 litres at a time. Now, this not only takes up a bit of space in my fridge, but there are days where it just goes off, like from not being consumed to that, or sometimes it gets consumed too quickly, and then I have to go back to the shops and buy more. I think for myself, there are more items that would be luxurious and tasty, but the fact that having milk ready anytime, in date, fresh. It would just be more beneficial to my life than just some delicious food. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think this question could really help some people's lives, and others might just like to get more of something that they didn't have before. How about you, viewers? What would you like for unlimited? Let us know below. Okay, so now to our final poll, which cast last week, which asks, for the rest of your life, would you rather only drink hot drinks or only drink cold drinks? Now, cereal milk doesn't count as a drink unless you're having like one rice bubble in half a litre of milk. So don't go crazy there. Now, the poll on both Facebook and on Reddit show that most people want the cold drinks. There's a couple of hot drinkers out there. Like, there is a few out there, but lack of comments lead me to only speculate that these votes come from people that need like hot coffee or tea daily. Maybe they've got like an addiction or habits that they need to have it. Like, unless they live somewhere like in the high mountain Alps and hot drinks are more common there, I just have to come to that assumption. Now, although I love to speculate on this is why I would also love to see some more comments from people, because comments help drive the votes and give some direction as to why people make choices. It also leads to some pretty funny and interesting debates over time too. And hey, gets you featured on here. So for me personally, coming from a hot, dry country, it was hands down cold drinks for the win. I love a cold can of cola or Pepsi, or a cold beer on most days. But also, I don't actually drink tea or coffee. I mean, I don't hate tea, I don't care much for coffee, but I just don't really drink it. So, I mean, in reality, hot drinks wise, there's pretty much just hot chocolate. Which, to be fair, even in the snow, I would probably order an iced chocolate or a milkshake just because I love them so much. Funnily, actually, when I moved to Korea, and also while I lived in China, I was introduced to drinking hot water. This was really a foreign thing for myself, as usually I drink cold water, and I don't really enjoy room temperature water, so it took a bit of getting used to. However, I can see, especially in like frozen minus 26 degree weather, how some hot water can be a lot better than cold. I'm not going to touch that whole medical benefits argument of drinking cold versus drinking hot, digestive tracts, all that. No, maybe another day. How about you, viewers? What choice did you make and why? Let us know below. Alright, so just a little update that next week I will only be answering the one question which I'm about to ask. And that is because I'll be doing a special about me. Haha, yeah, an about me episode. Because you're also clearly wanting to know more about me. But no, seriously, as this channel grows, I wanted to give back to you guys with a little video about myself and kind of like the origins of life's tough questions. So keep posting questions, but remember that next week's episode will only be looking at the answers to the following question, which asks, would you rather have to use rough paper towel in place of tissues and toilet paper for the rest of your life, or only be able to use towels the size of hand towels for the rest of your life? Which will you choose? Leave your answers in either the comment section here or head over to the Facebook group and comment and place your vote, and we'll see who is in the majority next episode. Reminder, we have that Reddit page, so if you don't want to post on Facebook, or you'd rather be anonymous and have some of these interesting names that people are coming up with and they get read out, you can head over to the Reddit page at r/life's tough questions. So keen to see your answer pop up? Like, comment, and subscribe, and get posting and replying with more of life's tough questions. I'm Australia Guy, and I don't have a clever sign-off.
Would you rather stay inside for all your life, or fly around the air 100 miles as a knife? I wonder what it is that you would do. That's why I've got life's tough questions for you.